You wake up, and the first thing that hits you isn't the warmth of the sun or the comfort of your bed. It's the weight of uncertainty pressing against your chest. It's that silent voice whispering, what if today isn't enough? What if tomorrow holds nothing but struggle? What if I fail? I know that voice. I've heard it. I've wrestled with it, and I've silenced it. Because my friend, you are not alone. I know what it's like to wonder if you'll ever be enough. To question if you'll ever reach your dreams. To feel like the road ahead is filled with mountains too high to climb, oceans too wide to cross, storms too fierce to survive, and yet I'm standing here speaking to you because I've learned one unshakable truth. Your future is not defined by fear, but by faith. Let me ask you something. Have you ever stopped to realize how many battles you've already won? How many storms you've already walked through? Look at yourself. You are here, you are breathing, you are fighting. And that means you've already defeated the things you once thought would break you. You see, fear is a liar. It tells you that the unknown is dangerous, that stepping forward is risky, that you're not ready, not worthy, not capable. But let me tell you the truth. Your future is not something to fear, it's something to embrace. You might not see the whole staircase, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't take the first step. You might not have all the answers, but that doesn't mean you won't find them along the way. And even if you stumble, even if you fall flat on your face, so what? Falling isn't failing, quitting is failing. And you, my friend, are not a quitter. I want you to imagine something for me. Picture yourself 5 years from now. 10 years from now, who do you see? Who do you want to be? What kind of life do you dream of? Now ask yourself, what's stopping you? Is it fear, doubt, the opinions of others, the idea that you might fail? Let me tell you something. Your future isn't waiting for you to be fearless. It's waiting for you to be faithful. Faithful in taking the next step. Even when you don't see the whole path. Faithful in believing in yourself, even when others don't. Faithful in pushing forward, even when it's hard, even when it hurts. Even when you feel like you're walking through the fire. Because the fire doesn't destroy you, it refines you. Every great story has moments of struggle. Every hero faces trials. But what makes them heroes is that they keep going. They push past the fear. They step into the unknown. They embrace the journey, no matter how uncertain it feels. Listen, I don't have arms. I don't have legs. I don't have what the world considers normal. But do you know what I do have? Purpose, passion, a belief that my life has meaning beyond what I see in the mirror. And if I can stand here today telling you that you are made for more, then what excuse do you have to doubt yourself? You weren't made for fear. You weren't made for worry. You weren't made to be trapped by the weight of what ifs and maybes. You were made to live. You were made to dream. You were made to fight. And when you embrace that, when you truly believe that your future is worth fighting for, you become unstoppable. So don't let fear steal another second of your life. Don't let worry keep you from stepping into the greatness that's waiting for you. You don't have to know what the future holds. You just have to trust that you were made to handle whatever comes your way, because you, my friend, are stronger than you think, and your best days, they're not behind you, they're ahead. Now go out there and live. Fear is one of the biggest obstacles between you and your dreams. It whispers doubts into your mind, making you believe that you are not ready, not capable, or not good enough. It tells you that the future is uncertain, that failure is inevitable, and that stepping out of your comfort zone will only lead to pain. But let me tell you something. Fear is a liar. How many times have you worried about something that never even happened? How many nights have you lost sleep over what ifs, that never became reality. That's the nature of fear. It creates imaginary obstacles that hold you back from the greatness that's waiting for you. But here's the truth. The future is not something to fear. It's not a trap. It's an open road, and it's waiting for you to take the first step. Think about this. You have already survived 100% of your worst days. Every hardship you thought would break you, you overcame. Every storm you walked through, you endured. Every time you doubted yourself, you still kept going. That means you are already stronger than you think. You have already proven that fear does not have the final say in your life. The problem is, many people think they need to eliminate fear before they can move forward. They wait for the perfect moment, for all the answers, for absolute certainty. But that moment never comes. The truth is, you don't need to be fearless. You just need to be brave enough to take the next step, even when fear is whispering in your ear. Look at the most successful people in the world. Do you think they never felt fear? Of course they did, but they didn't let it control them. They understood that fear is a feeling, not a fact. They felt the fear and did it anyway. And that's what you need to do. When you worry about the future, you give away your power. You allow fear to dictate your choices. But when you trust in your ability to handle whatever comes your way, you take back control. Life is unpredictable, that's a fact. But unpredictability is not the same as danger. Sometimes the best things in life come from the moments we never saw coming. So don't waste your energy worrying about a future that hasn't even happened yet. Instead, focus on what you can do today. Take one step forward, then another, and another. Because your future is not written in fear, it's written in the courage you show today. Life is full of challenges, and no one is exempt from struggle. At some point, you will face setbacks, failures, and moments of deep uncertainty. You might fall. You might feel broken. You might even question if you have the strength to keep going. But hear this, your struggles do not define you. Your response does. Think about the greatest heroes in history, the strongest people you admire. What do they all have in common? They faced adversity, but they didn't let it break them. They didn't allow their pain to write their story. Instead, they chose to rise. They chose to push forward when it would have been easier to quit. And that decision, that response, is what made them extraordinary. You have the same choice in your own life. When challenges come, you can let them crush you, or you can let them shape you. You can let failure discourage you, or you can use it as fuel to grow stronger. The truth is, no struggle is wasted if you choose to learn from it. Every hardship is a lesson. Every setback is an opportunity to rebuild with greater wisdom and resilience. I know what it feels like to be knocked down, to wonder if life is unfair, to question why certain things happen to us. But I also know that every single challenge in my life has prepared me for something greater. If I had given up every time life got hard, I wouldn't be here speaking to you today. And if you give up now, you'll never see the incredible things waiting for you on the other side of perseverance. Falling is not failing. The only real failure is refusing to get back up. You are not defined by how many times you fall. You are defined by how many times you rise. So rise, stand tall, know that you are more powerful than your struggles. Life is not about avoiding difficulty. It's about learning to be stronger than the difficulties that come your way. Your pain has a purpose. Your scars tell a story of survival, and your response to life's challenges will determine whether you grow or whether you stay stuck. You are not your struggles, you are your strength. And that strength is what will shape your future. Too many people live their lives looking backward, trapped in past mistakes, regrets, and missed opportunities. Others live in fear of the unknown, hesitant to step forward because they don't have all the answers. But let me tell you something, your best days are not behind you, they are ahead. The future is not something to fear, it's something to embrace. It holds possibilities you can't even imagine yet. but you will never experience them if you're too afraid to move forward. Life is not about waiting for the perfect moment. It's about making the moment perfect by taking action, even when you feel uncertain. You don't need to have everything figured out before you start. You don't need all the answers. What you need is faith. Faith that every step you take, no matter how small, is leading you towards something greater. Faith that even if you stumble, you'll rise stronger. Faith that even in uncertainty, you are being prepared for something extraordinary. Think about this. If you only walk in the direction of comfort and certainty, you will stay exactly where you are. Growth happens when you step into the unknown. Transformation happens when you take a risk, trust yourself, and move forward despite the fear. Yes, there will be challenges. Yes, there will be obstacles. But you were not created to shrink back in fear. You were created to rise with courage. Every great success story begins with someone who refused to let fear hold them back. And your story is no different. So stop waiting, stop hesitating, stop believing the lie that you are not ready or not enough. You are ready. You are capable. You are stronger than you think. The past is done. The future is waiting, and the best is yet to come.